Hospital. I'm Lisa Brady, Fox News. The Unicoi County Hospital north of Asheville, Tennessee, one of the many areas dealing with flooding from Hurricane Helene, which has weakened to a tropical depression now after killing at least 30 people in 4 states, including several in South Carolina.
2 firefighters in Saluda County and 2 individuals in Newberry.
Governor Henry McMaster says they expect more. In North Carolina, a tornado hitting Rocky Mount today. Reports of several injuries and structures destroyed. Helene also knocking out power to millions across the southeast after last night's landfall in northwest Florida. 6 months after one Republican congressman requested information, the acting director of Immigration and Customs Enforcement reveals new information about migrants with criminal records who are not in custody in the U.S.
According to ICE, there are over 425,000 illegal immigrants who have been convicted of crimes who are currently roaming the United States on the non-detained docket. Of that number, more than 13,000 of those illegal immigrants have been convicted of homicide, and over 15,000 of them have been convicted of sexual assault.
Fox's Bill Malugin in Douglas, Arizona, where Vice President Kamala Harris is set to visit the border today.
She should resign in disgrace for what she's done to our country, not run for president. She was the border czar.
Former President Trump in Michigan calling the new numbers even worse than he thought. Harris has said reform is needed and blames Trump for a border security bill stalling in Congress. The Pentagon just confirming the U.S. and Iraq's government have reached an agreement to wrap up the U.S.-led military mission fighting ISIS by next year. But the Biden administration is not calling it a full withdrawal. The Dow up 137 at the bell. America is listening to Fox News.
Sweet chocolate reward. Sweet chocolate reward.
This is not just the sound of someone picking up a sweet treat at Walgreens. This is the sound of someone picking up a sweet treat right after receiving all their vaccines in one trip. This is the sound of treating yourself, because you protected yourself.
Stop by or schedule both your flu and COVID-19 vaccines today and grab yourself a sweet treat while you're at it. Vaccine subject to availability. State, age, and health-related restrictions may apply.
Downy Rinse and Refresh. Break up with stinky clothes.
Rinse it out. Every now and then I get a little bit tired of the stings that just will never come out. Oh, Downy in the rinse change. Every now and then I rinse it out. One wash and get delivered.
The United Kingdom is calling on British nationals to leave Lebanon immediately. A number of Lebanese troops have been dispatched to the U.S. Embassy just north of Beirut to ensure that no one tries to storm the embassy there. And Israeli media is reporting that rescue crews are still digging through the rubble. Remember, these strikes took place in a very residential area of Beirut. So even if top leadership from Hezbollah was killed, there will be a high number of civilian fatalities as well.
Fox's Trey Yingst in Haifa, Israel. Fox News learning that Israel was targeting Hezbollah's leader, Hassan Nasrallah. Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu cutting short a trip to New York after his speech at the UN earlier today. More progress on inflation in the Fed's preferred gauge.
The PCE price index rose just 0.1% last month. For the year ending in August, it was up 2.2%. Both readings show improvement and are lower than expected. However, core PCE for the year ending in August rose to 2.7% from 2.6% in July. Core PCE inflation in February of 2022 was at 5.6%, the highest reading in 39 years. The Federal Reserve is working to push inflation back to 2%, though cooling inflation is expected to justify further cuts in interest rates. Ginny Coselda, Fox News.
Wall Street rallied and then paired gains. The Dow was up more than 300 for a time, finishing up 137 points, but a new record close, 42,313. The S&P and the NASDAQ end in the red. I'm Lisa Brady. This is Fox News.
Hello again, everyone. Let's check weather for you Central Illinois, Champaign-Urbana, and vicinity. And destructive Hurricane Helene making landfall into the Big Bend area of Florida yesterday, late afternoon, early evening time, packing better than 100-mile-per-hour winds. Currently situated in tropical storm form and fashion east of Atlanta, Georgia. Slew of high winds above 60 miles per hour all across the western through southern Carolinas and through Alabama and Georgia. Pretty quick north-northwestward speed on that, but rapid weakening down to depression later this afternoon and evening time once again into Middle Tennessee. Wide and expansive rains overhead to the east and south will continue to build to the north and west, counterclockwise around that circulation right on through the next couple of days. Next week, it is a mild and dry weather pattern. Hang in there with harvest in mind. 75 today, down to 63 tonight, 73 tomorrow, mid-70s on Sunday, dry next week. Heads up over the next 24 to 36 hours for those high winds up to 50 miles per hour. For Stevie J Broadcasting, I'm Beetlejuice Greg Solgay.